In order to store grain properly, you must dry it first. Drying grain before storage prevents mold, which can produce mycotoxins and aflatoxins. Mycotoxins and aflatoxins are toxic and can cause you disease or even death. If you properly dry your grain before storage, you will have better quality grain for seed, sale, or eating. You can dry your grain through various methods. One method is by using a solar grain dryer. The best way to determine if your grain is dry enough is a moisture meter. This animation shows how to use the PHL Moisture Meter, a new, low-cost meter for measuring grain moisture content before storage. This PHL Moisture Meter has a body and a detachable moisture probe. The moisture probe attaches to the meter body with a simple telephone connection. This probe is relatively easily replaced, and probes are interchangeable between handheld devices. On the body, there are 3 buttons that control the meter, as well as an LCD screen that displays results. The left red button turns the meter on. The middle yellow button changes the type of grain you are measuring. The right black button turns the PHL Moisture Meter off. The LCD screen displays 4 pieces of information. The top left of the screen shows the temperature in Celsius of the grain. The top right shows the relative humidity. The bottom left shows the moisture content of the grain. MCWB stands for Moisture Content Wet Basis. The bottom right shows the type of grain you've chosen to measure. The following grain types are present on the PHL Moisture Meter. Yellow corn, or maize, is shown as corn Y. Soybeans are shown as soy BN. Rough or paddy rice is shown as rice R. Sorghum is shown as SR GHM. Hard wheat is shown as WHT, H. Soft wheat is shown as WHT, S. And chickpea, or cowpea, is shown as CHPEA. Grain needs to spend at least 2 hours in the storage bag in order to get an accurate measurement. When the grain has been in the bag long enough, you can insert the moisture probe into the grain bag, making sure to get the tip as close to the middle of the bag as possible. You do not need a large hole to insert the PHL Moisture Meter. You can find an opening near where the bag was sealed and stick it through there. Once inserted, wait at least 5 minutes before taking the reading. The meter can be inserted before being turned on to conserve the battery. Before measuring your grain's moisture, you need to select the appropriate grain type by cycling through the available grain types. After measuring the moisture, make sure to patch any holes that you made in the storage bag. Grain that is being dried on tarps, but mounded and covered overnight, can also be measured the next morning before spreading the grain. The same procedure is used for these mounds. The probe tip should be inserted to the bottom of the mound or pile. The mound should be about half a meter deep. When you are finished with measuring with the meter, you should protect the tip of the probe by wrapping it in a cloth or plastic bag. This will keep moisture and dust out of the probe and extend its life. Here are the following moisture levels recommended for different crops before storing them. Maize should have less than 12% moisture before long-term storage. Soybeans should have less than 11 or 10% moisture before storage. Cowpeas should have less than 12% moisture before short-term storage, and less than 9% moisture before long-term storage. Rough or paddy rice should have less than 12 or 11% moisture. And sorghum should have less than 13% before storage. If you are interested in learning more about drying grain, please see SAWBO's animations on building and using solar grain dryers. If you properly measure your grain's moisture content before storage, you will have better quality grain for seed, sale, or eating. This technique will minimize grain losses and earn you more profit when selling.